Hello students. In the previous lecture, I told you about homogeneous differential equations and we were looking at methods of solving those equations. So we had done the first two sums of exercise 8.4. Now the third sum. Okay, so all these sums are homogeneous differential equations and we are attempting to solve them actually. The question is x square y dx minus x cube plus y cube dy is equal to 0. So we first of all write this equation this way, that is x square y dx is equal to x cube plus y cube dy. Now we bring dy upon dx, we bring dy and dx together on one side, so it becomes dy upon dx and the remaining terms are also written together. So dx comes to the RHS, so we write it over here. So we have over here dy by dx is equal to, so dx came here and it became dy by dx the term, and therefore we get what, x square y upon x cube plus y cube. Upon getting this, now what we do is, if you remember from the previous lecture, what we do over here is we put y as tx. So we substitute y as tx. So we write over here, let y is equal to t into x. I had told you that this is the substitution which we are going to do always in the initial steps at least. Now we differentiate both the sides and therefore we get dy by dx is equal to, on the RHS we are going to use u into v formula. So we get dy by dx is equal to t plus x dt upon dx. Okay, so just to remind you all, u into v formula, first of all t is written as it is, the differentiation of x is 1, so it becomes just t plus x as it is and the differentiation of t, which is dt by dx. Thus we get this term, which is say equation 3. Now we are going to put equation 2 and 3 in 1. That means in the equation 1, dy by dx will be written as this particular term, t plus x dt upon dx, and on the RHS wherever y is there, we substitute this y as t into x. So from 1, 2 and 3, we get, see equation 1, dy by dx is being written as this way, that is t plus x dt upon dx is equal to, on the RHS wherever y is there we put it as tx. So x square into tx upon x cube plus y cube is written as t cube x cube. So we can simplify this one more step over here. So we get therefore t plus x dt upon dx is equal to, now we take x cube, x square into x becomes x cube, so x cube t upon, in the denominator x cube is taken common because it is present in both the terms, so x cube into 1 plus t cube is what we are getting over here. So thus we can cancel off both these x cube terms which are there, and then we get this as t upon 1 plus t cube. Now in the next step we will take this t on the LHS to the RHS, so that we write it this way, therefore x dt upon dx is equal to t upon 1 plus t cube minus t, which becomes t minus, now t is multiplied with 1 plus t cube, so it becomes t minus t raised to 4 upon 1 plus t cube. Okay, cross multiplication is done over here. Now both the t terms go away, so we end up with this particular expression, that is x dt upon dx is equal to minus t raised to 4 upon 1 plus t cube. This is what we are getting over here. Now let us bring this 1 plus t cube and minus t raised to 4 on the LHS and take x upon dx to the RHS. So we get over here 1 plus t cube dt reciprocal is what we are getting, upon t raised to 4 is equal to the minus sign. We have kept it there itself. Observe that. So minus, now x upon dx goes to the RHS and becomes dx upon x. Then in this case now we integrate both the sides. So integrating, we put the integral sign on the LHS and the RHS. So we get integral 1 plus t cube upon t raised to 4 dt is equal to minus, let us put the minus sign outside, dx upon x plus c1, which is a constant in indefinite integration. Then on the LHS, how to solve it further? We separate out the denominator over here. We separate out the terms. So we get two terms. We get 1 upon t raised to 4 as one term. And the other term is t cube upon t raised to 4 dt. RHS remains as it is. Then in the next step, t raised to 4 can be written as t raised to minus 4, 1 upon t raised to 4 can be written as t raised to minus 4 dt, plus here as you can see t cube, and below also in the denominator t cube gets cancelled. So where we end up with 1 upon t dt. Now when we integrate, in the first term we use the formula for x raised to n. Remember the formula is x raised to n plus 1 upon n plus 1. So we get t raised to minus 4 plus 1 upon minus 4 plus 1. 1 upon t, the integral of 1 upon t is log t is equal to, again on the RHS we get minus log x, because 1 upon x, the integral is log x. Now c1 will write as log c1. Constants, log c1 is also a constant, so it is as good as right. Then one more step of simplification first of all before going further. So we can write it as t raised to minus 3 upon minus 3 plus log t. Remaining rest of the terms remain the same. Then in the next step, now t raised to minus 3 we bring it to the denominator. So we get minus 1 upon 3t cube then afterwards now we resubstitute. We put t as y upon x. Remember we have taken y is equal to t into x as our substitution. So therefore from here we get t is equal to y upon x. And thus we put t as y upon x. So resubstituting, t is equal to y upon x. We are going to get now, wherever t is there we will be putting y upon x. So we get y minus 1 upon 3. T cube becomes y upon x the whole cube plus log y upon x is equal to minus log x plus log c1. Now y cube upon x cube, when it is there in the denominator, x cube will come up to the numerator. So thus we are going to get minus x cube upon 3y cube plus, now log y upon x. Observe this properly. Log y upon x. So two numbers are divided and their logarithm is taken. We can separate out the logs by subtracting both the numbers. So we get log y minus log x is equal to minus log x plus log c1. Everywhere mod you can write it, mod c1. Now minus log x, this is minus log x. So minus log x and minus log x get cancelled from both the sides. Thus we are ending up with this particular term, that is Now let us simplify it further by changing the signs throughout, so that we can write this as this negative sign. We can just make all this term as negative and send it to the other side. So we can write it as x cube upon 3y cube is equal to log c1 minus log y, that is plus log y. Okay, I hope you realize what has been done. Okay, or on the other hand, what I can tell you is that minus x cube upon 3y cube is taken to the RHS and log c can be brought to the log c1 can be brought to the LHS. So now this becomes this way now. Okay, so now minus log c1 is as good as another constant and we write it as c. Okay, so minus log c1, we can write it as log c, another constant, say log c, and therefore we get the answer as they have given. You want the answer as they have given in the textbook. That is why we are doing all these steps over here. So x cube upon 3y cube is equal to log c plus log y. Now when two logs are there added together, we can just combine them by multiplying the numbers which are there in the logs. So thus we combine the logs and thus we get our final answer over here. So we get x cube upon 3y cube is equal to log yc as our answer. So this becomes the answer as it is given in textbook actually. So study the sum, pause the video, study the sum, and then we'll go to the next sum. Now in the fourth question, the question is dy by dx plus x minus 2y upon 2x minus y is equal to 0. So the first step is simple enough. We just separate out the terms by writing dy by dx on one side and taking the other term on the RHS. That is, it becomes now minus x minus 2y upon 2x minus y. So let this be our first equation. Now we substitute y as tx and differentiate both the sides of this equation. So therefore we get dy by dx is equal to t plus x dt by dx. So these two are the second and the third equation respectively. Now from 1 and 2, from 1, 2 and 3, we, as I told you, explained to you before, dy by dx is t plus x dt upon dx. So that is substituted in the first equation. So t plus x dt upon dx is equal to, now wherever y is there on the RHS of the first equation, we are going to write what tx. So x minus 2 tx upon 2x minus tx. So in this case, as you can see, x comes out common. So minus x, 1 minus twice of t in the numerator, and in the denominator we get x common, 2 minus t. So x gets cancelled and therefore we get t plus x dt by dx. Now we can send this t to the RHS as well. So when we send t to the RHS, we are going to get it this way, that is x dt upon dx is equal to minus x minus, that is 1 minus 2t upon 2 minus t over here. Then we just cross multiply and equalize the denominator. So we get x dt upon dx is equal to, now let us open the bracket over here. So minus 1 minus into minus plus twice of t, and when we cross multiply, 2 into minus t becomes minus twice of t, and minus t into minus t plus t square upon the common denominator over here. So these two terms get cancelled and therefore we get t square minus 1 upon 2 minus t. Okay, so x dt upon dx becomes this term, t square minus 1 upon 2 minus t. Now just like we did in the previous sum, we are going to bring the t terms together, t containing terms together, and the x and dx containing terms are going to the other side now. So we are going to separate out the variables. So by that method now, 2 minus t and t square minus 1 come to the LHS. So they become the reciprocal. So therefore we get 2 minus t dt upon t square minus 1 is equal to x upon dx, of course, goes to the RHS and becomes dx upon x. Then integrating both the sides, we get over here integral 2 minus t dt upon t square minus 1 is equal to integral dx upon x plus c1. Suppose we write it as c1. Then now how to solve the LHS? Because RHS, yes, we are going to get log x. How to solve the LHS? Now the LHS has to be solved by the method of partial fractions. So we write this integral. Okay, I am showing it to separately. We write this integral as I is equal to integral 2 minus t upon t square minus 1 is written as t minus 1 into t plus 1 dt. And we solve it by the method of partial fractions by writing let 2 minus t upon t minus 1 into t plus 1 be written as a upon t minus 1 plus b upon t plus 1. Okay, I hope you do remember this method. Therefore, upon cross multiplying, we are going to get 2 minus t is equal to a into t plus 1 plus b into t minus 1. Okay, these two terms go to the RHS. The common terms are cancelled from both and then we get this term. Then we put one of these terms as 0. So let t plus 1 is equal to 0 initially. Therefore, t becomes minus 1. T is equal to minus 1. And therefore, 2 minus minus 1 is equal to. When we put minus 1 in the first bracket, we are going to get a into minus 1 plus 1. That is a into 0. See, a into minus 1 plus 1. So this term will go away. Plus b into minus 1 minus 1. And therefore, this term goes away because it is 0. And we get 3 is equal to minus 2b. And therefore, b becomes minus 3 by 2. So we get b as minus 3 by 2. Then, in the next step, that is it, we put t minus 1 as 0. So let t minus 1 is equal to 0 and therefore t is equal to 1. And therefore this particular equation becomes 2 minus 1 is equal to over here, okay, a into 1 plus 1 plus b into 1 minus 1. So the b term goes away. So we get a as 1 upon 2. Check it out. 2 minus 1 is 1 and here we get 2. So 2a is 1 or a is 1 upon 2. Now we resubstitute a as 1 upon 2 in this equation and b as minus 3 upon 2. So our integral becomes now, therefore I is equal to integral of 1 upon 2 upon t minus 1 minus, because b is minus 3 by 2, so we put a minus sign over here, integral. We don't need to put an integral over here. We write minus 3 by 2 upon t plus 1 dt. Now we solve this. Okay, we can separate out the integrals also in order to solve it. So therefore, I is equal to 1 upon 2 integral 1 upon t minus 1 dt minus 3 upon 2 integral of 1 upon t plus 1 dt. So the answer for this comes out to be 1 upon 2 log mod of t minus 1, because 1 upon x, integral of 1 upon x is log x, minus 3 upon 2 log mod of t plus 1. So this is our integral. This is not a final answer, remember that, because we are going to substitute all these values over here in, let us number this equation as equation 1. Oh, we had 1, 2 and 3 earlier. So let us number this equation as equation 4. So this answer is what we have found out. The LHS, the answer to the LHS we have found it out already. RHS will be log x plus log c 1. And therefore we write equation 4 becomes, over here finally, therefore equation 4 becomes log, that is 1 upon 2 log mod of t minus 1. See, LHS, the answer is this, minus 3 upon 2 log of t plus 1 is equal to, on the RHS we get log x log mod of x plus log c1. Then we remove the denominator from the LHS. We eliminate the denominator from the LHS by bringing into the RHS. So we get over here now log t minus 1 minus 3 log t plus 1 is equal to 2 log x. 2 is multiplied over here to the on the RHS plus 2 log c1. Then we resubstitute. Like the previous sum, we just resubstitute t as y upon x. So resubstituting t is equal to y upon x, we are going to get over here log of mod of y upon x minus 1 minus 3 log of y upon x plus 1. The RHS remains the same. This way. Then in the next step we cross multiply. So we get log y minus x upon x. The same thing in the next term also. Log y plus x upon x. And RHS the same thing. Then next we are going to separate out the logs like we did in the previous sum. We are going to separate out the logs. Okay. So log of y minus x upon x becomes minus log x minus 3 log y plus x minus 3 log x. But then because of this minus sign it becomes plus 3 log x. Is equal to 2 log x plus 2 log c1. Then in the next step, now log y minus x, now minus log x plus 3 log x, that is 3 minus 1, it becomes 2 log x. So we write plus 2 log mod of x minus 3 log y plus x is equal to 2 log x plus 2 log c1. Okay, then 2 log x and 2 log x on both the sides get cancelled out. So we can just cancel out these 2 log x terms over here because they are similar, and then we get the remaining part of the answer, that is it. Now minus 3. Okay, let us write this first properly and then I'll tell you what to do. Let us take the negative term on the RHS first of all. Before going further, let us take the negative term on the RHS, and therefore we get log y minus x is equal to minus 3 becomes plus 3 log y plus x plus 2 log c1, which was already there actually. Then log y minus x is equal to, now 3 can be written as the power over here of the logarithm. So log y plus x the whole cube. Y plus x the whole cube plus again over here the same thing, log c1 the whole square. It is written as a power over here. Now we can combine both these logs together. So we will be getting log y minus x is equal to log, when we combine the logs together, we get log y plus x the whole cube into c1 square. Now this c1 square is a constant. c1 square can be written as c, and therefore we can get our final answer over here by removing the log from both the sides. Log is cancelled from both the sides, and therefore we get y minus x is equal to y plus x the whole cube into c. Now this is not the answer which has been given in the textbook. In the textbook some other answer has been given. However, this is the correct answer for this particular sum that is here. So just study the sum and then we'll move on to the next sum. So the fifth question, x square minus y square dx plus 2xy dy is equal to 0. Just check whether you can understand what I am doing over here, because I have explained the steps to you enough number of times actually. So we got the dy by dx term. Then we write let y is equal to t into x, and therefore we get dy by dx is equal to t plus x dt by dx. So suppose this is equation 1, then equation 1 becomes, now we substitute all these values here as we have done in the previous sums. Now dy by dx is written as t plus x dt by dx is equal to, on the RHS wherever y is there we'll put, correct, we'll put tx. So x square minus y square becomes t square x square upon 2x into y becomes t into x, which is, now x square is taken common in the numerator, we get 1 minus t square in the bracket upon, now here again 2x square t. So as you can see, the x square term gets cancelled from both numerator and denominator. Thus we get this particular term, that is we write it as t plus x dt upon dx is equal to minus 1 minus t square upon twice of t. Then in the next step we take t on the RHS. And we cross multiply and equalize the denominator over here. So we get, and also we open the bracket. So minus 1 minus into minus plus t square minus t into twice of t becomes minus 2t square upon twice of t. So thus now t square minus twice of t square is actually, now let us write in the next step, therefore x dt upon dx becomes minus 1 and t square minus twice of t square becomes minus t square upon twice of t. This way. Now we bring the t terms on the LHS and take x upon dx on the RHS, and therefore we get twice of t into dt upon minus 1 minus t square, which is actually dx upon x. Now we can integrate both the sides. So integrating, let us do a step over here. See, minus 1 minus t square, when we take the minus sign common, okay, let me show you the step only. So first of all, let us write the integration sign over here, minus 2t dt upon, we take the minus sign common over here, so we get 1 plus t square and the RHS integral dx upon x plus c1 as a constant over here. If you put the minus sign outside now, our sum becomes much more simpler. RHS remains as it is. Now, how to solve the LHS? Because RHS we're going to get log x, but how to solve the LHS? Now, the LHS can be solved directly. You can write the direct answer. Okay, the steps are this way. You need not write these steps over here, but then just to understand what we have done, we have integral twice of t upon 1 plus t square dt. So we write over here, we use a method of substitution rather. So we write let 1 plus t square is equal to p, and therefore differentiating both the sides we get twice of t dt is equal to dp. This way twice of t dt is equal to this term, the numerator term here, the numerator term becomes dp, and therefore we get integral dp upon p. Okay, this becomes p, so dp upon p, which is log p, log mod of p, and we had substituted p as 1 plus t square. We had taken 1 plus t square as p, so this becomes log mod of 1 plus t square. So this I've shown it to you in the bracket because these steps you need not write in the exam time. It is enough if you understand and then write the answer directly over here. So the answer for this particular integral is log 1 plus t square. So that is what we are going to write over here. So we write the term as minus log of 1 plus t square. So as you can see, this term becomes minus log 1 plus t square is equal to log x plus log c1. Then in the next step, we resubstitute over here. We put t as y upon x as usual. So we get log 1 plus y square upon x square. T square becomes y square upon x square. Then in the next step, yes, on the LHS we equalize the denominator first. So minus log mod of x square plus y square upon x square. Then in the next step, what we write over here is that minus log. Now we separate out the logs over here. So minus log x square plus y square upon x square is written as minus log x square. Now that minus sign, see if you put a bracket here, we can put the minus sign. So minus log x square. The denominator comes out this way. Then in the next step, now we open the bracket, so minus into minus becomes plus, and log x square can be written as 2 log x. Then in the next step, now 2 log x minus log x becomes only log x. So what we do over here is that 2 log x minus log x. So we bring that minus log x to the LHS. So it becomes minus log x. And this minus log x square plus y square is taken to the RHS so that it becomes positive. So we get log mod of x square plus y square plus log c1 on the RHS. Then in the next step, now 2 log x minus log x becomes just log x. Log x is equal to log of x square plus y square. Now we combine both these logs over here because there is a plus sign. We combine both these logs. So we get x square plus y square into c1. We can remove the logs over here. So therefore we get x is equal to x square plus y square into c1. Or to get the textbook answer, we bring the c1 on the RHS Okay, we bring the C1 on the LHS, I mean, so it becomes upon C1. So therefore x upon C1, see this is as good as the answer. You can just substitute C1 as C in the last step. But then to get the textbook answer, we are doing this now. Now 1 upon C1, see 1 upon C1 becomes C. So therefore we get xc is equal to x square plus y square. And this becomes the answer as it is given in the textbook. Now that we have done so many sums, the sixth question is simple enough. You can attempt it as an assignment. And write it all by yourself in your notebook. Now on the seventh question, the question is x square dy by dx is equal to x square plus xy minus y square. So the first step is simple enough. We just write dy by dx is equal to x square plus xy minus y square upon x square. And then in the next step we substitute. Therefore let y is equal to tx and dy by dx we get it as usual, we get it as t plus x dt by dx. Then we change this first equation. Suppose this is equation 1. So equation 1 becomes instead of dy by dx we write it as t plus x dt upon dx is equal to now x square plus x into instead of y we write it as tx minus y square becomes t square x square upon x square. So that x square term is common, taken common. So x square into, we get x square into 1 plus t minus t square upon x square. So as you can see, x square gets cancelled from the numerator and from the denominator. Now the next step is also similar to whatever we have done in the previous sums, that is we bring t to the RHS. So therefore we get x dt upon dx is equal to 1 plus t minus t square minus t. So as a result, plus t and minus t also gets cancelled. So over here, plus t and minus t gets cancelled. So we end up with 1 minus t square on the RHS. So x dt upon dx becomes 1 minus t square. Now we bring 1 minus t square to the LHS and take x upon dx to the RHS. So therefore we get dt upon 1 minus t square is equal to dx upon x. Now that we have separated the variables, we just integrate both the sides. So integrating, we get integral as usual 1 upon 1 minus t square dt is equal to integral 1 upon x dx plus c1. Now what is the answer for 1 upon 1 minus t square? Here we use the formula integral 1 upon a square minus x square, which we had learned during indefinite integration. So 1 upon a square minus x square, the integral becomes 1 upon 2a log mod of a minus x upon a plus x plus c. So just to remind you all of this, I am doing this sum for you. Then, so our term becomes this way. Integral 1 upon a square minus x square. So we get the direct answer over here. 1 upon 2 into 1. See, instead of a, 1 is there over here. So 1 upon 2 into 1 log of mod of 1 minus t upon 1 plus t, because we have 1 minus t square as our term, is equal to log x plus log of c1. Then this becomes 1 upon 2 log of, now let us resubstitute. So resubstituting, over here we get 1 minus y upon x upon 1 plus y upon x and the RHS as it is. 2 is taken to the RHS now, so that from 1 upon 2, it becomes 2 over here. So log, now in the log, what is done is denominator is equalized. So we get x minus y upon x plus y. As you know, the x in the denominators get cancelled. Both the denominators, the x gets cancelled over here. Is equal to 2 log x plus 2 log c1. Then log of x minus y upon x plus y is equal to log x square, because obviously the 2 becomes a power. So log x square plus log c1 square. Then we combine the logs, so we get log x minus y upon x plus y is equal to, here we combine the logs, so we get log x square c1 square, because the plus sign over here, obviously. Now both the logs can be cancelled out, both the logs can be removed, and therefore we get the term as x minus y upon x plus y is equal to x square c1 square. And as usual we write c1 square is equal to c, another constant, and therefore we get the final answer as x minus y upon x plus y is equal to x square c. So this becomes our final answer, that is it. So thus we complete all the sums of exercise 8.4. Practice these sums, make them perfect. We meet in the next lecture with the next concept. Thank you so much for listening.